What is up, Steelers Nation? Thank you so much for jumping on to another episode of the AST Call-In Show. I'm Noah Strackbine. Find me always on youtube.com/All Steelers Talker. Anywhere you get your podcast. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're working through some stuff, but they made a trade last night. They're feeling good about it. They placed Deshaun Elliott on IR, but essentially it opens the door to say, we're open for business. Mike Tomlin was not lying when he went to the podium and said that the Steelers will consider all options, and maybe, just maybe, that gives everybody a glimmer of hope here in what has been a terrible 2 weeks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sure you guys have plenty to ask and call about. I'm excited to react to it. As always, shout out to all of our members who did call in. If you want to become a member, call into the call-in show, you can do so by clicking the link in both the description of the audio and the video below. And with that said, I will not hold you guys up any longer. Let's get into it.
Good morning there, Noah.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm living. Blessed as always.
That is fantastic. All right, so
Pause, man. I love it.
Boy, you were right about me being hurt over that Bengals game. Oh man, wrong. 2 games in a row, man.
Yes.
It hurts more than stubbing your pinky toe on the way to the bathroom. Yikes. Oh man,
Yikes.
gosh, was I wrong. Woo. But hey, you know, that O-line, that O-line's doing really good. But Brody, man, Broderick, come on, bro. Like, your job is to keep the quarterback upright. Like,
got me for a second there.
Dictionary, look it up. I mean, I love you, buddy, but I guess you got to do something for us to still hold on to, right? There's still a room for improvement. Well,
shout out to Broderick Jones.
Oh man, coming up with this Packers game. I'm going to this game. Gonna be sitting at the 50-yard line. Gonna watch it all go down. The jerseys are gonna throw me off. I'm gonna have to keep convincing myself it's not a soccer game because they look like soccer jerseys to me.
Yes. Yes. Let me pause there for a quick second. The jerseys were the most atrocious thing I've ever seen, ever. And sitting up in the press box, and I was texting Jacob the whole time, trying to identify who was nearly impossible. It was so ugly. They messed up so bad with those jerseys that I hope the loss to the Packers is enough for them to say, these will never come back, burn them all immediately, and sorry if you bought one. They look way better on fans than they do on players. They are not meant to be on players. It's atrocious. Wear the yellow helmets. Yellow helmets were sick. The jerseys ruined literally everything.
I guess my prediction for this game would be, oh man,
I'm nervous for this one.
Is so hard. So hard.
I'm so nervous for this
2 times in a row. Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a very clean game. Little to no penalties. Little to no turnovers.
That was pretty spot on.
Couple sacks both ways. I think it ends up being like 20, 27, 21 in a hard-fought game. Oh man,
it was hard.
Come on, fingers crossed. You know, I'm probably going to be wrong again. It's probably Steelers are probably going to win 90-0, or vice versa. I'm not even going to hold my breath at this point. But also a couple quick shout outs. First, Eli, the Ramblin' Man. Porta potties, bro. They're in all of the parking lots where you see people tailgating. Just kind of walk right into one. But hey, I'll warn you, the lines are long. Oh man. Well, now that there was a game played, Noah.
Yes.
You know what to do, man. It is
I'm ready for it.
Player power rankings.
I'm ready for it.
On the spot, sir. And go.
First off, the prediction 0 for 3. I think at 0 for 3. I think 0 for 3. I'm curious to see if we try to go 0 for 4. I'm curious. In terms of power rankings, I got a list, and it's a bad list, man. This list sucks because this team stinks. This team is not very good. It's crazy that we And by we, I mean the Pittsburgh Steelers have a nearly $200 million defense, and I'm not, in the top of my head, positive that we're going to have anybody on the defensive side of the football on this list. And number 5 for me is the eligible man, the tight end 5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that is where we start on this list. And that's how you know how bad it is. The backup offensive guard is number 5 in the power rankings. He is the reason the Pittsburgh Steelers offense is doing the things that they're doing. Number 5 is Spencer Anderson. Shout out to the catch. Shout out to his ability to play. And right now, Spencer Anderson is going to get a shot to start most likely in week 9 against the Indianapolis Colts. And I think it's an opportunity for him to claim that starting job moving forward. I do. Number 4 in my eyes is good old Christopher Boswell, because you want some points in Pittsburgh. The offense is going to get you there, but the defense ain't going to do enough. But Chris Boswell is going to stay consistent. Chris Boswell is number 4 on this list, and it's only because there are no defensive players worthy of being on this list. There are 0 defensive players worthy of being on the top 5. That's how bad this defense is. Chris Boswell remains Money Boz, the serial killer. I hope everybody is going as Christopher Boswell for Halloween, and by that, I mean I hope that you're walking around with a Chris Boswell jersey and a fake knife and maybe like a Jason mask. That's what I hope's happening. Number 3 on my list is Jaylen Warren. I mean, the Steelers have themselves a running back 1. I'm so excited to see what he could do, not just this year, but moving forward, because that's the one piece. If the Steelers are going to rebuild everything, at least they have a running game and they have a running back, and you don't got to worry about it. You don't have to go into this draft or this free agency saying, oh, man, what about that guy? What about this? No, you have Jaylen Warren. He is your starting running back. You bring back Kenneth Gainwell if you want to, because he's going to be cheap. And then you hope Caleb Johnson develops over the next year. He's not a bust until after season 2, in my eyes. I think that's a great place to be. Number 2 on my list is, or 3 on my list is Jaylen Warren. Number 2 is the 5 guys that start on the offensive line outside of Spencer Anderson. That group is great. I'm so excited to see them finally start to develop and then where it can go, because that is the heart and soul of a football team always. And number 1 is the only reason that the Pittsburgh Steelers have any chance of winning football games right now, and that is their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. He's the best player on this team. He's 41 years old. He has to have some regret of coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers because, well, right now they look terrible. And, well, you got to feel as if they're letting him down, because I feel as if they're letting him down. That's my list there. No defensive players. You can't even think about defensive players at this point. And until proven otherwise, we're just going to have to come up with other crazy names to put on this list alongside Spencer Anderson before anybody in the starting defense at all gets mentioned on this list, Nick Herbig included. And that's not a Nick Herbig jab. That's the Steelers refuse to play possibly their best defensive player jab. That's what this is. It's bad right now, guys.
What's up, all Steelers talk? Noah, Jacob, hope you guys are doing good. This is
yes, sir.
Carson calling in with a quick thing about the past couple weeks. First of all, I want to say that their big thing this offseason was about making big moves, and, you know,
yes,
they have this quote-unquote championship window. But
yes,
if they have a championship window, realistically, as far as we know, Aaron Rodgers is only here for a year.
Yeah.
And
he's not coming back at this point.
They haven't made much. The big moves that they've made haven't made a huge impact. Jalen Ramsey started off the season great, had a good game against the Browns also, but hasn't been super impactful. These past 2 weeks with 450-plus yards in both games, over 35 points in both games, these moves haven't been impactful. I haven't seen T.J. Watt do much. Alex Highsmith I haven't seen do much. I saw Nick Herbig make a bigger impact when he was starting.
Yep.
Cam Hayward wanted more money. He hasn't done too much.
Nope.
It just seems as if these big moves haven't helped, and they're all on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
Then you have today, you spoke about Marquez Valdes-Scantling. That's a good option, but realistically, I don't view Calvin Austin as a formidable wide receiver 2. And I mean, no disrespect to him, but I don't see him as a wide receiver 2. And
Agreed.
I don't see him as somebody that can take over if DK Metcalf gets injured. If these are the only moves that the Steelers are going to make, which I hope they aren't, it's going to be another rough 9-8 season. And we're all sitting here trying to figure out why they couldn't just do more.
Yep.
I genuinely don't understand why,
yes.
If this was their quote-unquote championship window, why they wouldn't do more to make this team better. Go out there, get a Chris Olave or a Rashid Shaheed or, somebody to help out this offense. Because realistically, the names that they have on the defense, they could be something. They just haven't proven to play well right now. I hope they can fix it. Obviously, you're going to need a safety with Deshaun Elliott down, but I just hope they can figure it out. Thank you for taking my call, Noah. Appreciate you as always. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all the Steelers talk. Always appreciate you. Jacob, hope you're doing well. Have a good day. Bye.
Yes, sir. Look, I appreciate you, my guy. You make so many good points. Ooh, it's tough. It's tough to start here because you made the championship moves. You did. The Steelers did. They made the championship moves. They went out and they got a Jalen Ramsey. They signed their star edge rusher to keep him intact. They kept Cam Hayward around. They went out and got Darius Slay, who's got Super Bowl credentials to his name. They went out and got DK Metcalf. They got Aaron Rodgers. They bulked up the offensive or the defensive line, which was needed when Derek Harmon and Y.E. Black and Daniel Ikuwale, like they did the championship moves and they did not work at all. I don't know where you sit here today and fix it. And that's the part is they believed they have a championship window. They still believe they have a championship window. I think realistically it's closing day by day, week by week. But they still believe they have a championship window. And where you go, like, yeah, maybe a wide receiver trade gets the job done. Maybe it gives you an offense that is so elite that you could score 40 points a week. And if that's the case, go get a wide receiver. I'm all about going to get a wide receiver. I don't think a wide receiver is a bad move either way, because if you could get one young enough, or if you could get a rental option, you're fine. If you go out and get a Calvin Ridley, who I think is a viable wide receiver too, you get him for one season, you move on. It's no big deal. Doesn't hurt the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you go out and get a Chris Olave and he's here long term, then you have two guys plus Calvin Austin and a couple of tight ends and an offensive line and a running back for whoever your next quarterback is, which I think is a good move as well. That's where I sit with the Steelers. Like, they should be thinking, we could make moves as long as we're not giving up bad compensation for bad players. If you're giving up a second-round pick for Calvin Ridley or Jacoby Myers, you have messed up big time. You give up a sixth-round pick for Calvin Ridley and a third-round pick for Chris Olave, sounds good. And I'm not saying you make both, you make one. I think that's what you do here. But I agree with you. Like, the championship window in their eyes is open. I don't feel that it is. And if it is, if you think it is, Kyle Duggar, whatever his name is, should not be the guy that you say, this is it. This is our only move at the deadline. And MVS, who isn't going to show up for a week. No, you need more. You need so much more. And the Steelers have to be able to go out and get it. I agree with you. Like, if they made championship moves, those championship moves are not working out. You either make more of them or you give up on that championship window. Those are the two options here. And the Steelers, if you don't make anything, you've given up on the championship window because you've acknowledged, well, we tried and it didn't work. No, you either keep trying or you let it all crumble. I agree with you 100%.
Hey, Noah. Pickled Egg here.
Yes, sir.
Been a while. Been a minute. Not quite sure what to say here. This is bad. There's not a ledge high enough, tall enough. This is disgusting. I haven't, after the loss of Cincinnati, I wasn't able to watch anything or listen to anything for over a week. Friday was the first show I was able to listen to again. Yeah, I was so disgusted and disappointed in what our defense did against Cincinnati.
I want to pause you there because that's such an interesting quote. I was talking to my brother and his buddy the other day, and I said, after a bad loss, it's you either feel like you can't look at anything for a week, or you feel like you are totally engaged. You have to listen to everything. And my brother's father-in-law said to me, I'll watch everything. He's like, I want to soak in the shit, essentially. And my brother's buddy was like, I won't turn on the TV for a week. So it's always, to me, it's very interesting to know what side of the coin everybody falls on.
And then here, bam, again after 10 days, and you come back with that shit. How can you not coach all these superstars? It's beyond me. I went through the schedule this morning. Best case, we keep playing like this. Best case, maybe 9-8. Best case scenario. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I will say this: Tomlin's in close to losing the locker room with the superstars they have on this team. The fact that they're losing like this, some of those guys they have in there aren't going to be happy guys, and we've paid some of those guys.
Yeah.
So, and I will say this: that what they've done to the defense is worse than what Matt Canada did to our offense. It's that bad. It's that flipping bad. And we fired Matt Canada. I know we're not going to fire anybody mid-season, but we need to get a grip. Somebody needs to start playing some football, and Tomlin needs to start coaching or get out of his own way because, guys, he always relied on a superstar stepping up and saving his ass. Well, nobody's doing that now. It's time to start coaching. So somebody better start coaching somebody, and somebody better start doing some shit. Thanks for letting me rant, Noah.
Yes, sir. Brother. That's what I'm here for, brother. That's what I'm here for. I will say I disagree with the Matt Canada thing. I think, time heals all wounds, obviously. And it's been long enough to forget how bad that offense was for how long and how bad it was for 2-3 seasons, whatever it was. It was a couple of bad. Matt Canada never had moments of good ever. You know what I mean? Never. The Steelers defense has moments of good. And I think that that's something you could build off of. I also think that the reason Mike Tomlin will not lose the locker room for a while, and I think he could at some point. I think at some point the locker room is going to start blowing up. I 100% agree with that. I think what holds on to this for most of the season is the fact that, do I think the coaching is poor and the decisions are weird? Yes, definitely. But do I think the players are playing like trash? Yes. Like, you can't, it's not Mike Tomlin's fault that, and I'm not defending Tomlin. Let's make that, I'm going to put that out there first and foremost. I'm not sitting here to defending Tomlin. The players, like, Tomlin can't teach you how to tackle. You're in the NFL. Learn how to tackle. Tomlin can't teach you to play better coverage. If you're Juan Thornhill or Darius Slay, like, he can't teach you how to do that. He could teach better schematics. They could change to zone when they need to change to zone. They could move TJ around. They could play Nick Herbig. The personnel decisions could be better. All of those things I agree with. But I think what holds this locker room together longer than just a team that is falling is simply that the players are playing so bad that it's equally inexcusable what they're doing than how badly coached the team feels. So the players acknowledge that. I don't think Jalen Ramsey's going to go into the locker room and be like, I don't know, man, I'm playing great. This team sucks. I mean, maybe, but I don't think he's going to blame Tomlin for that. I think he's going to blame other players. And I think other players are going to do the same. So I think that's what holds on to the locker room. But I agree with you. Like, at some point, it's going to happen. It's going to blow up. How quickly they could turn this around, or how bad it gets, how fast, is going to determine the speed of all of that. I truly believe that. And again, I think 2 bad games. The defense has had good moments enough to say this is still a defense that has, like, they have the pieces. They just stink. Like, they just stink. And you have to play better. I think that's when it all said and done, you have to play better. It's not like I won't do it to you. Don't go watch Matt Canada, Pittsburgh Steelers offensive highlights. It'll ruin your whole day. But there's still a glimmer of hope. Not enough. I wish I could talk you off the ledge. I can't. I think it's the beginning of the end. But it's been the beginning of the end for a long time, it feels like.
Oh, good morning there, Noah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Father and I are walking out of the stadium. Well, we're currently making our way out of the stadium. Oh, raw emotions? I'll give you.
I'm excited for this.
Went to the bathroom during the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Everybody that I'm listening to is saying fire everybody.
Yeah.
They're saying fire Tomlin.
Yeah.
Fire Austin.
Yeah.
Fire just everybody. They were even calling for Smith, man. But you know what? Regardless.
Hold up. Danny Smith should never be fired. That man should have a statue built in the center of the city as potentially the greatest Yinzer to ever live when he retires. Just saying, Danny Smith's a GOAT.
The other thing is this officiating. I just can't. Like, what are we doing? So many blatant calls that were just bogus and bullshit no calls. Pardon the language for the morning show. But oh my God, man.
We're only family
like
friendly
that
at 4 p.m.
offsides in the first half. Like everybody knew it. They even reviewed it and they knew it and they still didn't care. It's tough when the Steelers have to not just play the opposition, but the refs, even at home. And it seems like it's becoming more that way, even so much more.
Yes and no.
Raw emotions. Just raw emotions. I love the Steelers. Defense is struggling.
Yes.
Something's got to change. And as tough as it is, with that said, it is player power rankings week. You are on the spot, sir, and go.
Shout out to Stephen Corfield. I'll make sure that I do my power rankings next week. I'm glad we got your raw emotions in this one. I think it was needed. I think it was necessary to get after the Packers game. I didn't know what was coming. Look it, man, and everybody else. It's a rough road. The refs are not the reason the Steelers are losing games. But I don't think anybody is saying that. It's a rough time right now for Steelers fans. It's a rough time. But again, you know what I mean? Let's cheer each other up real quick. Let's take a moment. The Steelers we're still not, it's not the Jets fan walking out of I was born into this, man, and I hate this team. That's not, it's better than that. It's better than Myles Garrett having 5 sacks and losing. It's better than there are worse ways to do this. There are worse ways of the downfall. And at the end of the day, we'll cheer it all up. Steven, I'll get your power rankings obviously next week. I'm glad that we got the raw emotions. I'm glad that I messed up there and we got the raw emotions.
What is up, Noah and Jacob?
Papaya salad coming in here.
Suck. Papaya
so
salad,
hot.
keeping it
Loving
spicy. Just got a question of what happened to TJ Watt, where he's gone the last couple of games.
You're not wrong.
Got Cam Hayward doing absolutely nothing, and they seem to be the ones bitching about getting big contracts. And now that they got their big contracts, they've done nothing.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
TJ Watt is nowhere to be found. At least Hayward freaking stuffs a run every once in a while. But he's not putting any pressure on nobody or any kind of rush to sack the quarterback. I don't know what's happened to this defense, but it's god-awful. There's no other way to say it. They suck.
Yep. Yes.
I mean, they're one of the worst defenses in the league. And I don't know how you turn it around. I don't know if they're all old and washed up. I don't know what they're doing. But buy a salad. Really, really, really needs to spice that defense up.
Yes.
And let's go.
Yes.
I don't understand what they're doing. Terrell Austin's got to go. So, I mean, they're just trying too many things. I just watch that defense and I cringe.
Yeah.
It's unlike us Steelers fans to ever worry about our defense. And
don't disagree.
We have one of the worst defenses in the league. I mean, we give up 30 points like it's, a fat kid at a buffet. Come on now. Let's go. Let's keep this a little spicier.
Yep.
Let's play with a little edge, and let's go.
I love it.
Papaya salad, keeping it spicy. Out.
Shout out papaya salad, dude. You're not wrong. There's no fire here. It kind of feels like the Steelers are at a point where they're fighting with themselves more than fighting with the other team. There's no chippiness. It's just a lot of sitting around going, what is happening? And why is everybody pointing fingers? And when you start pointing fingers, that's when things get bad. And the Steelers you can tell that they're together, but they're like, that was your mistake. Why are you making it? And that was the problem last year. Last year, the problem was this team started pointing fingers. The problem is it's week 8 and you're pointing fingers. It's not week 15 and you're pointing fingers. That's a dangerous place to be if you already have the issues so large that you are blaming each other and not just moving on. That is not a play. It's a scary place to be. TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, dude, right now, not worth a penny. And that's crazy to say. I would never in a million years get rid of either of them. You know what I mean? I trust those two to turn it around more than any. I think part of it's coaching. You got to force TJ to play the other side. You have to. No more excuses. And I kind of expect them to. I expect some changes to be made with TJ Watt and Cam Hayward and everybody coming up against Indianapolis, because I think the Steelers are hitting a point where it's do or die time, and you have to make those changes. If they work, we'll see. If they don't, it might be over. It really might.
What's up, all Steelers Talk? Noah, Jacob, hope you guys are doing good. This is,
yes, sir.
Carson calling in with a quick thing about the past couple weeks. First of all, I want to say that their big thing this offseason was about making big moves, and they have this quote-unquote championship window.
Oh, but I think we messed up here.
If they have a championship window,
we already got it, Carson.
Hey,
I appreciate you.
It's your boy, Grayson the Ginger. Once again, I believe I called probably I don't know, about 4 hours ago.
We got a call coming
now than I was earlier. Cheers. No, man. Like I said earlier, I'm off the next 2 days.
Whoa, wait. We got it. Don't even worry. We got it here.
No, it's me, Grayson the Ginger. How you doing, my man?
That's what I'm saying. We're good.
Yeah, man.
Settled.
So I just wanted to call. I had time to collect my thoughts, if you will, and try to reminisce on what was just an absolute horrible weekend for the Steelers. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't called in a long time. I'm sorry about that. My work job's been crazy. And
you are.
I haven't had time to do anything. But my man, I just wanted to vent for a minute here. And I hope that's okay with you. And I hope it's okay with the listeners here.
Hey,
so
you do
I
your
just
thing,
have
brother.
to say, what the fuck is going on with our defense, man? I said that the other day whenever you were doing the live stream and everybody was commenting.
Yeah.
And I just can't I can't wrap my head around the fact that the drop off since week 13 of last season, week 12 of last season of our defense has completely nosedived. I mean, last year at one point we were top 5 overall defense in the league.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we were crushing teams and winning based off of Boswell's leg and mediocre quarterback play, besides a few weeks that Russell Wilson lit it up. However, I just want to know what is going on. What is the main cause for the drop off that we're seeing here? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I understand that teams are game planning for TJ, making him ineffective. I can get that. But where's Derek Harmon? Where's Cam Hayward? Where's Jalen Ramsey? Where's Darius Slay? I mean, my God, with all the injuries going on, we might as well grab Beanie Bishop and, get him back on the field, because at least he had some interceptions for us last season.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry, man.
Dante
I've
Kent,
had
dude.
some,
Go proud
I've
Dante
had some
Kent.
whiskey, and I'm off work the next 2 days, so I figured I'll just go ahead and do my call in. And this has been a little bit.
Brother.
So I appreciate you letting me ramble on for a bit, my friend. And I will see you in the chat. Have a good one, Noah.
Shout out to Grayson the Ginger, man. I know you're still going and drinking, which is good.
Hey,
Maybe.
Noah, it's your boy Grayson the Ginger.
Hold up. The drop in octave. Let's do it again.
Noah, it's me, Grayson the Ginger. How you?
Hold up. Ready?
Hey, Noah, it's your boy Grayson the Ginger. Once again, I believe I called probably I don't know, about 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm even more drunk now than I was earlier. Cheers.
Yeah.
No, man. Like I said earlier, I'm off the next 2
brother.
days, so don't worry. I'm gonna be okay. And it's about 1:30 in the morning. But I just wanted to ask another quick question for you, dude.
Yeah.
What are the odds that
if
our defense keeps playing the way it is, that it's going to be another movement started, much like with Matt Canada, and the whole stadium at Acrisure is going to say, fire Austin? Because, man, this is ridiculous. I've been stewing over this a little bit more over the last few hours, and man, I don't know. I'm sad. I'm really depressed as far as the Steelers go.
Yeah.
But other than that, life's good.
Good. I'm glad.
Man,
I'm so glad.
Yeah. What do you think? And then also, if this season, if we are once again another 9-8 team,
yeah,
what are the odds this is Tomlin's last year? Because this can't continue, my man. It simply can't. I'm done. I just can't handle it anymore, dude. But hope you have a great day, and I will see you on stream later this evening, my friend. See ya.
Shout out to Grayson the Ginger, dude. Hope you enjoyed it. Glad to get the next 2 days off of work. Hope it was good whiskey. I tried to have I sat down. I said, I'm going to make a nice old fashioned. I can't make a good old fashioned. Everybody says all the time, like, I can make that in my sleep. I can't. I'll go to a bar, get an old fashioned. I love it. You know what I mean? Have my uncle make me an old fashioned. Love it. Pops make me an old fashioned. Love it. I sit home and make one. I'm like, this is gross. What did I do wrong? I couldn't tell you. I don't know what I did. I just don't have the magic touch. I truly don't. I don't think Tomlin gets fired after the season, even if it's bad. I don't. I do. I think it's the beginning of the possibility that, his time is coming to an end. Yes. I don't think they fire him after a 9-8 season. I just don't. I think that they give him an opportunity to be part of the rebuild, but they accept that it's got to be a rebuild. Like, I think that's what happens after the season. Is the Steelers look at it, if they go 9-8 and they don't want a playoff game, they say, and they sit down and they say, all right, Mike, we don't care about 9-8 anymore. Let's go win 5 games if we have to, but we need a new quarterback. We need young guys on D. Like, you have 2 years to create the rebuild and get us back to where we need to be, because they're going to believe that Mike can be that guy. They are. Do I agree with it? No. That's how they feel. The TA chance, possibly. Like, possibly. I think TA is a scapegoat at the end of the day. Do I think that he is a good defensive court? No, I think that the defense is not playing well whatsoever. And I think it's bad right now. And I'm not going to sit here and defend Terrell Austin. But I do think that at the end of the day, if he gets fired midseason, which I'm not going to rule out, but if he gets fired midseason, yeah, I think it's a scapegoat. I think it's this distracts the Tomlin thing longer and longer. That's what I think happens. But I do think that you're going to hear the chants by the end of the season if it continues to be as bad as it is. And I think that the locker room's gonna get lost. Just like papaya salad said earlier, or not pickled egg salad. Excuse me, said earlier. I think the locker room starts to get lost. Like, it's not good. I don't see it getting better. And with every step that you go backwards, I think the fans are going to get more and more pissed off, and you start giving up 30 points a game every game, which is looking more and more likely. Yeah. Every time you're home, you're going to start hearing more and more chants, because by the end of the Packers game, there were no fans left, which means fans are already starting to give up on the whole maybe there's a miracle coming side of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they are just simply accepting the fact that this sucks and this is brutal and this is not fun. And I think from there, yeah, you start calling for change, and the fans will let it be known.
Hey, Noah, this is Bibby. I was just wondering, man.
What's good, dog?
Sweet. About 2-3 weeks ago, I put in the comments about that.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Darius Slay. You didn't feel
Yes.
the same. I just want to know if you still feel like he should be on the field, or you think it's time to give up on him, man. Have a good day.
I got it. I'll give you, I will admit my wrongs in that one. I thought Darius Slay was still playing well. At this point, I feel dramatically different about the situation. No, Darius Slay. Brandon Echols should get the start against the Indianapolis Colts. You should activate Corey Trice this week and see what you could get from him. And even not activate, but bring back to practice, see what you could get in him. Darius Slay should be coming off the bench. Darius Slay should not play, like he should never not be. But if he's your corner 3, that's good. You're fine. You're okay with that. Maybe corner 4, I guess, the way the Pittsburgh Steelers operate with Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter Jr. Either way, Brandon Echols should be on the field. And if Brandon Echols isn't on the outside, put him on the inside, put Jalen Ramsey on the outside. I don't care how you go about it. What I do care about is that you need to try something different. Nope, you're right. I will admit my wrongs. Darius Slay right now does not look good at all.
Hey, no, what? Oh, geez, excuse me. What is up, ball treatment? Jesus Christ, let's try this again. Hey, Noah, what is up? Eli here, a.k.a. Ball Treatment Specialist. As always, if you need your balls treated, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, I figured out why we lost the last two games.
I'm excited.
I was not wearing my jersey.
What a time to break up.
Every other game they've won so far. So, it's completely my fault, and I accept full responsibility for ruining the Steelers season and sending the fan base into a tailspin. So,
hey, that's all right.
My sincerest apologies for that.
Again, I predicted wake up 35-3 against the Bengals. We all have faults.
At the Steelers Browns game I went to, only guy I saw in a Zach Frazier jersey. So I guess I'm a real ball knower.
Shout out.
Anyway, so I have a couple things.
You are from West Virginia.
All, I know I'm the resident Mountaineer fan, Beanie Bishop meat rider on this call-in show. But no doubt. Why wouldn't they call him up? They obviously have a guy on their practice squad that had 4 interceptions last year. I know he's got his issues, but he can't be worse than what they have now. Like, give him a shot. I know it's the politics of things, and Tomlin just wants to like players that used to be good 5 years. We've seen that with Adrian Peterson and now Robinson and now Darius Slay. And also, by the way, Slay, I'm sure you're a great guy. You would whip the hell out of me if you see me, but don't introduce yourself as Big Play Slay on Sunday Night Football if you're going to just get cooked all game. Like, that's just not a good look. My next question, which I'm struggling to remember. You know,
I
just completely. Oh, you know what it was? So
I'm here for it.
What does a turnaround look like for the Steelers? Like, I know everybody thinks
it's a
the
good
season's
question.
over, and I don't disagree. But to you, Noah, what would convince you that there's still some life left in this team? So,
it's a good question.
I'm really proud of myself that I kept it within one call today. Also, Jacob, you need to just start wearing ridiculous outfits on every show so we can just keep roasting you in the comments, because that was the most fun I've had in quite a while the other day. Yeah, that's all I got. Take her easy.
Eli, shout out to Jacob. That's the guy. We had a blast going through those. We just sat there for like 10 minutes afterwards and just scrolled through the comments and just pulled them all up. Shout out to you guys. Love you. What does a turnaround look like? That is a great question. It's a great question. I don't first with the Beanie Bishop. I'm giving a shot at Dante Kemp first. I am. I think Beanie Bishop did not look good during training camp. I think he looked terrible during the preseason. Like I don't think Beanie looked extraordinary last year. I would have played Beanie over Cam Sutton and given him the whole year. But I also think like there's a reason no other team picked up Beanie Bishop. There's a reason that he was able to go on to the practice squad and that nobody's touched him since. Like, I think in Pittsburgh, yeah, they have the Beanie Bishop, but I think every team has a Beanie Bishop or thinks they have a Beanie Bishop. I think Dante Kent is a guy that I'm giving the next shot to because why not? You know, he's a 4-year deal. See what you got in the guy. See what you got in a guy who's a speedster who looked much better during training camp. I would like to see what Dante Kent brings to the field. I would. If he doesn't work out, yeah, sure. You want to give Beanie Bishop another shot? I'm all for it. But for right now, I'd give it to Dante Kent. What does a turnaround look like? A turnaround looks like the Steelers defense plays like they did against Minnesota. Doesn't even have to be the Browns. Minnesota. You look like a team who could force turnovers, who can get to the quarterback, who could shut down a run game. And even if you give up 20 points, 21 points, whatever it was, you look like a defense that helped win a football game. That's what that looks like. That's what a turnaround looks like. If the Steelers can do that against good teams, then that's a turnaround. And there's potential and faith, and you could start believing in this team again. It's really simple, actually. If they can do that, I have a lot of faith in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that defense, it all relies on the defense. And right now, there is literally zero faith in the defense. Like literally none. And you have to turn that around and prove to everybody that you can play like you did in Dublin against Minnesota every week. Again, I don't care about the Browns game. The Browns game, you looked ridiculous, but you don't have to look that good every week. Just look as good as you did against Minnesota. That is what a turnaround looks for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Offensively, keep doing what you're doing because you score 25 points a game, you're going to win most of them. You score 30 points a game, you're going to win most of them as long as the defense plays well. That's what turnaround looks like. All right, guys. With that said, shout out to all of our members who called in today. Can't thank you enough. If you want to become a member and join the wonderful people who called into today's show, you can do so by clicking the link in the description of both the audio and the video. Before you head out of here, hit that like and subscribe button. Can't thank you enough. You can find all my work at si.com/NFL/Steelers or youtube.com/all-Steelers talk. With that said, I will be back later for the flagship show. Until then, enjoy another beautiful day in the Berg. Peace.